Severe rainfall in China causes several landslides along China, especially in Sichuan, from July 8 to 12. Heavy rainfall across many parts of China led to multiple landslides, with Sichuan province being one of the hardest hit regions. Due to its mountainous terrain, fractured geology, and frequent storms during the summer season, Sichuan is highly prone to landslides, especially during times of persistent rainfall like this recent event. One of the most notable landslides happened on July 8th in Longwei Village, located in Tianquan County under Ya'an City. The landslide hit a section of National Highway 318, which is a pretty important road that connects Sichuan with Tibet and other western parts of China. It was reported that around 10,000 cubic meters of debris came crashing down onto the road, blocking around 50 meters of highway and involving a few vehicles in the process. The slopes in Tianquan are already steep and unstable in many parts, and after several days of rainfall, the soil and rock on the hillside got saturated. This made the slope more likely to slip, especially since the underlying layers of rock and clay tend to become weaker when wet. It was one of those conditions where the slope just couldn't hold anymore. As soon as it happened, the local emergency teams jumped into action. They set up a command center right near the site and got help from various departments: road maintenance crews, geologists, emergency responders, and police. They used excavators, drones, laser scanners, and radar slope monitors to keep track of the situation and begin cleanup. After working round the clock, they managed to clear the highway fairly quickly and set up temporary protective systems to keep the slope stable while it's being reviewed for long-term repair. Earlier this year, back in February, there was another major landslide, this time in Jinping Village, Zhenlian County, also in Sichuan. That event was triggered after several days of abnormal winter rain, which is becoming more common.
अल्लाह खैर करे जी दुबई गिर गई देखो मोबाइल लेकर फेंकस तो यूसुस.
The terrain there includes red bed formations, a type of soil and rock combo that becomes super slippery and unstable when wet. The February landslide was much bigger in scale compared to the July one. The mass movement traveled for 1.2 kilometers and moved about 100,000 cubic meters of material down a slope, affecting buildings and roads along its path. Unlike the Tianquan case, this one actually looked more like a debris flow than a simple slope failure. It picked up speed and mass as it moved down the valley. The response in Zhenlian was also pretty swift. The provincial government issued a Level 1 emergency response, which is the highest level. Nearly 1,000 responders from fire departments, search and rescue teams, engineering units, and local support groups were sent in. They used advanced tools like ground-penetrating radar, 3D imaging, thermal drones, and remote monitoring systems to survey the damage and make sure the remaining slopes weren't at risk of failing again. One thing that stood out in both cases was the quick and organized response. Over the last few years, Sichuan has really stepped up its game when it comes to landslide monitoring and emergency readiness. Local teams are better trained now, and technologies like automated warning systems and real-time rainfall monitoring are being used in more at-risk areas. There's also been a push for eco-friendly slope protection, like planting deep-rooted grasses, improving drainage on hillsides, and building terraced slopes to slow down water runoff. Some of these methods have already been deployed in Tianquan and Zhenlian after the recent events. On top of that, satellite imagery and drone surveillance are now playing a bigger role in monitoring landslide-prone zones before anything actually happens. Aside from just reacting to these events, the government has also focused a lot more on preventive planning. That includes updating landslide hazard maps, holding community drills in vulnerable villages, and giving out guides on what to do when signs of a landslide, like cracks in the ground or odd water flow, start to appear. Public awareness is slowly improving, which can make a big difference when time is critical. In summary, the rain-triggered landslides between July 8 and 12 have once again shown how fragile some parts of Sichuan's terrain can be during the rainy season. The events in Tianquan and Zhenlian are examples of how both natural conditions and long-term geological changes combine to cause slope failures. Thanks for watching Severe Weather, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel going. Hit the bell so you never miss a real, calm, and clear report. Note: some footage in this video may be used for illustration and may not show the exact event described. See you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe.